Hello everybody, it's TannerFishies here, back again with a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the new Ninjago sets that were revealed over this past weekend, scheduled for release in March of 2022. So exactly 1 month from now, these things will be released, so these things are pretty much right around the corner. Over the weekend, LEGO officially revealed a couple of new sets, and some of which are in fact Ninjago related. We have one single, traditional, solid Ninjago set, but then we have a couple of spinners as well, and the reason why I did not talk about these over the weekend is because I was too busy playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is a pretty good game, I must say. Have about 30 hours in that game already, and I do not regret a single second of time that I spent on it. But in today's video, I figured we would jump back into things here, taking a look at these new Ninjago sets and giving my personal thoughts on them, and obviously in correlation with the title of this video, we're going to talk about some of the criticism that these sets have been getting over this past weekend as well, because I have been pretty much up to speed in that department. I've seen some people talking a lot of smack about these new sets and calling them a scam, which I can see where you're coming from, but at the same time, I don't necessarily agree with that statement. But of course, let's jump over to lego.com and take a look at these new sets. They are officially up on LEGO's website. We'll take a look at the sets, I'll give my thoughts on them, and discuss the actual thought process behind Ninjago fans calling them a scam, and why I don't necessarily agree with that statement, as I said earlier. Alrighty guys, so here we are on lego.com, and as you can see, they do have some of the new sets here. We have the Ninja Training Center, and we also have some spinners down here. Jay's Spinjitzu Training, Kai's Spinjitzu Training, and Lloyd's Spinjitzu Training. Let's take a look at the Ninja Training Center first, because that's the big one, the more traditional LEGO set out of this entire bunch. So yeah, the Ninja Training Center is set number 71764, and it retails for $40 US, $39.99, scheduled for release on March 1st. These things are right around the corner, as I said earlier. Yeah, 524 pieces right off the bat for $39.99 US. That is not a bad price right there, and especially considering some of the things that you get in this set, I don't think this one is necessarily a big scam. Just stating how I feel right off the bat here. What do you get here? What contents do you get in this set? So it looks like you get two Ninja, you get Jay and Zane, okay? Zane does not have his armor for some reason, probably because he's going to go in this spinner, which the Ninja will probably not be able to use armor in. You also have a snake person, which is pretty much standard. Some of the new pieces for the spinners, including the ripcord. You have this weird snake walker thing over here. Kind of looks like a buildable snake figure. That's pretty cool. And of course, a whole bunch of other stuff that you randomly get. Now, this set might look like kind of a mess at first, but this set is actually designed to attach to the Ninja Dojo Temple, which was a set, obviously, that we got earlier this year for 2022. So this is pretty much, as I said, DLC for the Ninja Dojo Temple. Some of the architecture is quite similar to what we got on that set as well. It seems like maybe this slide thing can attach directly to the temple. I like the trees, very similar to what we saw on the temple as well. And just overall, this set seems like a pretty decent set overall. But is it necessary? Not necessarily. I mean, the Dojo Temple pretty much stands on its own, I think. I don't think this set is necessarily, required to make the Dojo Temple look complete. If this set did not exist at all, I think that maybe the Ninja Dojo Temple would obviously be fine on its own. I don't think this set is necessary. It's just essentially a parts pack if you want to spice up your Dojo Temple display a little bit. Get this set. It can pretty much connect to it. We've seen LEGO do similar things with like the Super Mario stuff and the Minecraft sets. It's totally not necessary, and I could probably do without this. I'm probably not going to get this set, but it's a nice thought process, I guess you could say. It's a nice, I guess, a nice gesture. For $39.99, as mentioned, 524 pieces. This set is pretty good for value, so I don't necessarily consider this one a scam. I've seen some people call it a scam. I don't think it's a scam. I just think it's very, very unnecessary. It's cool that it exists, I will say, but if it didn't exist, I wouldn't really be asking for a parts pack, an addition pack for the Dojo Temple. The Dojo Temple is perfectly fine on its own. I don't think this set is required to make that set look awesome. Do they have a video explaining how this thing can connect or something? No, they just have this little neat animation. So I'm not necessarily sure how this set is going to connect to the Dojo Temple, but I imagine you can just clip on these extra builds regardless. You see some pins down here, some Technic pins, some axles. Probably will plug into the Dojo Temple quite easily. But yeah, I don't consider this to be a scam. It's totally not necessary, but it's a good, I guess it's a good idea It's fun that it exists, but it doesn't necessarily need to. And obviously, as I said, we do have some Ninjago spinners, some new spinners. This is the first of the 3 spinners that are added to this wave. We have Jay's Spinjitzu Ninja Training, $9.99, pretty standard spinner set, I must say, pretty standard price. March 1st as well for a release date, so that's cool. That's just dandy. You get this new Jay figure. Obviously, we've seen this a whole bunch of times. I've already done a couple of videos on it. You get the new spinner, which looks interesting, and obviously you get some other parts that I believe will make the spinner spin. A couple of shurikens, pretty standard for these spinners. The box design I quite like. You can see the respective ninja of the set along with Master Wu. It's a nice box design, I must say. Kind of reminds me of the original concept for the 2011 Ninjago spinners, which had a similar box. I like the temple shaping as well here. The boxes look nice. With that being said, though, the spinners themselves, I don't really see the appeal in these. They're interesting for sure. It kind of seems like a combination of all of the previous spinners, and this is how the new spinners work. You got the rip cord that you pull, and you hold this section, and then the spinner pops out and spins. Not sure if I'm going to be grabbing any of these. I probably will just get one, probably Jay's in all honesty, because I always like to try out the new spinners. I'm a big fan of the original 2011 Ninjago spinners, so I like to try out the new stuff that LEGO releases. Yeah, I think the best thing about this set for me, or these spinners, is the box design. I think that looks awesome. Subject matter wise, I'm not super big on these things. I don't consider these things to be necessarily a scam either. It's just another one of those random $10 spinners that will come and go. People will forget about this as soon as it's released, and we will just rinse and repeat next wave with new spinners, presumably. Yeah, not too crazy about these things, you guys. I don't really have much to say about them. What is the little video showcase? Ooh, just a spin around of the set. Looks amazing. Looks cool. No, it looks kind of boring. Again, like the Ninja Training Center, this set isn't really a scam per se. These new sets are probably not going to be scamming anyone. You're not going to be losing money if you buy a $10 Ninjago set. I do think the value is there. But again, I don't consider these new spinners necessary. They just seem kind of repetitive, a little weird. Not necessarily my thing. Just really quick, here we have Kai's Spinjitzu Ninja Training. Comes with a couple of other accessories. You get this new Kai figure, which actually does look quite nice. Maybe I'll end up getting Kai's instead. I don't want to get all 3, but that Kai figure does look pretty nice. Otherwise, it's the exact same thing, except for Kai. It's the exact same design as the J spinner, just Kai-ified, I guess you could say. I do like that figure, though. That figure looks nice. Yeah, same deal, but for Kai. I'm not really sure what else to say about this. Same value, same pretty much all around value. It's just kind of repetitive, as I said. These sets are pretty much interchangeable depending on which ninja is your favorite. Feel free to get whatever of these. Feel free to get whichever one you want, because it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Here we have Lloyd's Spinjitzu Training. That Lloyd figure doesn't look too bad either. Probably my least favorite of these spinner figures, I must say. A couple of other accessories that you get with this one, but otherwise same price, same value overall. Lloyd's Spinjitzu Training. I don't know about this thing either. It looks okay. I just think that these spinners overall don't have the same value as the 2011 Ninjago spinners, which are still the superior spinners in my opinion. I don't think anything will ever come close to those spinners unless they decide to directly remake them, and those were the same price, so I felt like you were getting more with those sets too. So in that sense, I could see maybe why these new spinners are kind of a quote-unquote scam, but you know, I do think the value is still there. Just another $10 spinner. Just will not ever live up to the original spinners, I guess you could say. So yeah, guys, with these new sets, I mean, I don't necessarily consider them to be a scam, as I said. I kind of feel like instead these sets are more unnecessary. They kind of feel like DLC in a way. A very, very weak follow-up to the actual Ninjago core wave that we got earlier this year for 2022, which I actually thought was pretty good, all things considered. There were some lesser valuable sets in that wave, I must say, but overall, I thought the Ninjago core wave was totally fine. This new wave, though, I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, the spinners are okay, I suppose. The actual ninja training set is alright too. Again, just kind of feels unnecessary to me. I wouldn't really consider this wave a scam, but underwhelming, I think that's a good way to describe this new set wave. Not the best, but also not the worst that I've ever seen, just kind of near the bottom. So with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. That'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. Leave a comment down below telling me what you guys think about these new new March 2022 Ninjago sets, including the Ninja Training Center as well as the Ninjago spinners, the new ones for 2022. What are your thoughts on all of this? Do you consider this new wave a scam, or do you agree with my mindset that maybe these new sets are just kind of underwhelming and not necessarily a scam? LEGO's not scamming us here. This new set wave is just kind of underwhelming, maybe a little disappointing. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comments, and hopefully you enjoyed today's video. That'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, guys, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And as always, check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. Thank you all so much for checking out today's video. Once again, my name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.